Welcome back, deep divers. Ready for another plunge into the depths of the weird and wonderful?
Always ready to dive in.
Great. Because today, we're wading into the uncharted waters of the dating app scene.
Oh, what's caught your eye this time? Another AI matchmaker or a personality test with a romantic twist?
Even wilder. It's this brand new app launched just this week called Relationscripts. And the matching criteria, get this, shared medications.
You're kidding, shared medications, like as in prescription drugs.
You heard right. The app's creators are based out there in Medsville, USA, and they're touting a revolutionary algorithm that connects users based on their prescription lists.
Hold on, so instead of swiping through photos and witty bios, you're scrolling through lists of antihistamines and antidepressants.
Pretty much. Imagine laying your entire medicine cabinet bare for potential matches.
That's certainly a unique approach. I'm curious, what's the thinking behind this? What's the app's pitch?
Well, the big idea is that shared medical experiences can be a surprisingly strong foundation for romantic compatibility.
So instead of bonding over shared love for a certain band or a travel destination, it's a shared experience with, say, a specific type of allergy medication.
Exactly. The app's creators suggest it could lead to a deeper level of empathy and understanding right from the start.
I can see that. If you're dating someone who truly gets your health challenges, it could definitely foster a more supportive and compassionate dynamic.
Right. No more awkward conversations trying to explain why you can't eat certain foods or need to take medication at a specific time. They just get it.
That makes sense. It could potentially minimize those early relationship hurdles related to health and lifestyle choices.
And they're really leaning into this medical compatibility angle with their Pharma Find feature.
PharmaFind, what's that all about?
Well, this feature is specifically designed to connect people with rare conditions who might be taking similar medications. They even describe it as helping users find a needle pill in a haystack of medicine cabinets.
That's an interesting angle. It moves beyond just romantic connections and taps into the potential for building a community around shared health experiences.
Definitely. Especially for folks with rare conditions, finding someone who truly understands their journey can be incredibly valuable.
It could provide a sense of belonging and validation that might be harder to find elsewhere. But of course, all this sharing of medical information raises some big questions about privacy, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, sharing your favorite books on a dating app is one thing, but your entire medication history, that's a whole other level of personal information.
Right. And the article we're looking at today does acknowledge those concerns about data security and the sensitivity of this kind of information. They're definitely treading some ethically ambiguous territory.
And then there's this whole scoring system. They have a medicine cabinet compatibility score, which seems to play a big role in how matches are made.
So you're not just browsing through medication lists, you're also getting a quantifiable score of how compatible you are with someone based on those lists.
Right. And it really makes you wonder, how do they even calculate that score? What factors go into it?
Well, the details are a bit fuzzy, but it sounds like the algorithm analyzes the overlap between two users' medications and assigns a score based on potential for understanding. Sort of like saying, hey, you both take this obscure medication for a rare condition, you must be soulmates.
Which, raises a ton of questions. Is medical compatibility really a strong enough foundation for a relationship?
It's an interesting point to consider. While shared experiences can certainly create a bond, romantic relationships thrive on a whole constellation of factors.
Exactly. Shared values, personality traits, life goals, those things matter too. It feels like reducing compatibility down to a medication list might be a bit, well, reductive.
Definitely. And who knows, maybe down the line we'll have apps that match based on shared gut microbiomes or genetic predispositions. Where does it end?
Huh. The future of dating sure sounds like a wild ride. But in all seriousness, this whole concept really does make you think, doesn't it? It's a fascinating glimpse into how technology is constantly pushing the boundaries of connection.
Absolutely. And it leaves us with some really thought-provoking questions.
It does. So tell us, listeners, what do you think? Would you consider using a dating app that puts such a heavy emphasis on shared medications? What are the potential benefits and drawbacks that we haven't even touched on? Hit us up on social media and let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, deep divers.